Hello and welcome to Rocket Fuel, your daily update for everything that's happening in the Rocket Pool community. So let's go through a little bit of what happened yesterday. We had a big update for node operators and then new snapshot for rPIP4, a smoothing pool update, and there was an update from the team about the bi-weekly or fortnightly update from the team and a summary of the community call that happened, and then the edge cases about the staking as service, and Joe shared a tease about the supernodes as part of the staking as a service developments. So let's get started with today's information. As you can see, the smoothing pool has 388 nodes, which is 27.4% of the protocol, and 1475 nodes, which is 21.5% of the protocol, as people who are a part of the smoothing pool now, which is really great to see. It's really exciting to see that, and I'm sure it's going to develop a lot more over the next month or so. However, there's a word of caution for you. If you are considering joining the smoothing pool, you should really join right now when the next claim period starts, and if you join after that point, because the merge is not happening for 14 or 15 days into the claim period, you might actually lose some of your potential rewards, because the rewards are prorated. So join ASAP or join at the end of the month. From next month, this shouldn't be an issue anymore. It's just because of quirk of when the merge is taking place relative to Redstone going active in the next claim period starting. So if you want to join now, or wait for 28 days and then join as soon as the next claim period starts, which will be on September 28th. Next, we have this update from Joe about Smartnode stack version 1.6.1. There's a couple of client updates that have happened for Nimbus and Teku, and this is high priority. So Joe just rolled it into the Smartnode stack, so it makes it easier for you to update those. And also they made a update to the graffiti, so you can make a comment on the you can add pixels to the graffiti a little bit more easily now from the problems that were happening before. The next thing is we have this thread started by Valdorf 26 days ago about rPIP8, which is the proposal for lower bonded ETH. Lower ETH bond for mini pools to make it 8 ETH instead of 16 ETH. And then Kane got involved and left a comment over the last, just yesterday evening, and kind of fleshed out some ideas about what the less bonded ETH mini pools might look like, and some coding changes that might need to happen, and smart contract changes that might need to happen, and how it would all work. And then there's some really interesting ideas there, and some things that I didn't really fully understand, but it's really exciting. And then Valdorf came back with a comment, with a bunch of comments and explaining his thoughts a little bit more and kind of fleshing out the ideas. And what was really great to see was Valdorf's ideas and Kane's ideas kind of matched quite a lot. So Kane saying, yep, agree with this way. Yeah, exactly as you described. This is my preference too. You got it spot on. So I'm really happy to see that the team and the community are kind of in sync with what this might look like. And now the matter is of getting it coded and getting it published, getting it ready for audit by the end of September, which is when the next audit slot is for Rocket Pool. It's going to be a tough ask because Kane's also working on the staking as a service feature as well. So he's really busy at the moment, but I'm really hoping that he can get this out by the end of the month, because it's going to be absolutely huge if he can. Next, we have this comment from this Medium post by Dave, who said, Rocket Pool, bring out your nodes. So all of you remember me covering Superfizz's stake from home hashtag last week on Twitter, and I posted a picture of my own node in there, which was really nice to share with everyone. So Rocket Pool have started a campaign where anyone can be a node operator. They kind of want to highlight that a little bit more and just make it for our own community. And then the competition is we'll be avoiding RPL and POAPs across 8 categories, each one in their price detail below. The competition starts now and they run for 2 weeks, with concluding on September 14th. We will then decide the winners and post those a week later. Winners will need to validate their submission. If all checks out, they win. So what happens is there's categories like a node most likely to start a fire, MacGyver would be proud of, looks older than the pyramids, has more lights than the discotheque, off-grid noding. It's just meh. I think that's the one that that's the category that mine would go into, because it's just a nook. And the node is the goat, and anyone can be a node operator. So with these different prizes, you can check the descriptions for each one in this Medium post, and it's really exciting. And the artwork on these POAPs is absolutely beautiful. Like they did a really great job making these. I think they're stunning POAPs, and I especially love these little chickens that are powering the looks like they're powering the node that's got like a Starlink connection to it. But I really like it. Like, I don't think I'm going to win any of these prizes because my node is just so vanilla, but there are definitely people out there who's going to win some of those prizes, so I'm really excited for them because I'm already kind of jealous. Next we have this comment from Biflin, who was part of the RabbitHole quest team, and they gave an update about what happened with the RabbitHole quest for getting rETH, sticking with rETH. So he said, by directing participants to contribute to the protocol, RabbitHole users learn by doing. This quest drove 364.5 ETH, which is about 23 new node operators, mini pools worth of ETH, and it resulted in an 82% increase in unique holders of the rETH token, which is absolutely incredible to see. That's probably because they had about 3,600 or 3,500 people by getting those tokens. So as you can see, the average number of stakers that Rocket Pool gets each day is about 9 stakers through rETH. Each day is about 19 people, but during the period of the quest, it went up to around 726, which is a 3,721% increase, which is absolutely phenomenal. Like, it was a really, really successful program. So if you want to get the full details about this, you can go to this Twitter comment and have a look. But I'm sure I know for sure that the Rocket Pool community has kind of been inspired by this and is going to do something to incentivize rETH like that within our own community as well. So that would be really exciting to see what form that takes. Next, we have this comment from Narkane, who said, it's too bad there's no way to enroll a regular validator into the smoothing pool, and then goes on to say, Waldorf says, come join us when migrations roll out, we have cookies. And Narkane says, I've been watching over Rocket Pool since before launch, wishing I had waited for Rocket Pool instead of my own validators at ETH2 launch. And then we have a few comments, like, and then Narkane says, wait, is there really something for regular validators coming out? And then Joe says, oh baby, and tells us that it's his next big project, and that he shares his GitHub link, and then explains that it's part of the withdrawals hard fork, and that he can use the stuff that he made for all nodes migration, and like importing a pub key to the Rocket Pool contracts, and he'll do some rigmarole and voila, and he'll be able to turn an existing solo validator into 2 mini pools, or 4 if we have 8 ETH LEBs by then, or 8 if we have 4 ETH LEBs by then. So I think this is going to be a really great way to build up our node operator numbers. Like, Rocket Pool already has the best node operator numbers by far for any staking providing service on the Ethereum network. Like, literally we have like over 1,000 node operators, which is just phenomenal. And like, you know, we're really adding a lot to the decentralization of the Ethereum protocol. But after this migration stuff happens, I think we'll be attracting a big chunk of existing solo validators into the Rocket Pool community and into staking through the Rocket Pool, which I think is really exciting and will definitely help us grow a lot, and it'll be good for everyone. The next one comment is here from Bloxroute, saying the Bloxroute's max profit relay will not censor and is available on mainnet. Also, we will run an uncensored relay app, and then there's a URL once we finish testing. So this is really like one huge positives that's come out of the OFAC stuff, is that we're really pushing this technological investment to happen quicker than it normally would have. Originally, it was going to be the case that Flashbots was the only MEV relay, well, MEV boost relay that will come out at merge. And then they were going to open source their software like at some point in the future. But because of the OFAC stuff, they released the open source version of their software, and other teams are now working with that software. And Bloxroute, I don't know if they've come up with their own software from scratch or if they're using the open source software from Flashbots, but they're making big moves in this. Now, by the time the merge comes around, and maybe a month or two after that, at least, we'll have a lot of really great options for MEV and the kind of flavor that you want to use. There'll be like the max profit, which will be like completely unethical, I guess you can say unethical, where they'll have front running and sandwiching and all of that kind of stuff built into it. And then you'll have with no censoring, and then you might have a version of max profit with censoring, depending on your jurisdiction and what you're comfortable with. And then you might have ethical relays where there's no kinds of MEV extraction at all in those. So I'm really excited to see how this works out and like what's going to come with it. And people will be using MEV, maybe Bloxroute's MEV relays from day one after the merge, which will be really great to see. Next, we had this comment from Marceau, posted yesterday evening. He said, I've got a call first thing in the morning with a big VC that wants to talk about Rocket Pool. Wish me luck. And then he's got like the strong arm emoji. So people wished him luck. And then this morning, Marceau had this comment that he started the day with, which is a GIF or a GIF from a movie with that guy whose name I forgot. It'll come to me at some point. And he's, yeah, as you can see, it seems like the call was positive. I don't know the details, so I can't really say much more than that. But there's a lot of incredibly bullish stuff happening in September for Rocket Pool. And this is not trading advice, but it's just for me, myself. There's incentive stuff, and the merge, of course, is happening, which everyone seems to think Rocket Pool will like do really well with that because of the nature of its relationship to the merge. And there's a lot of speculation about centralized exchange listing because of the Wintermute thing and Coinbase assets, and there's just a lot of bullishness in the community right now. And Marceau definitely helps like push that in a really great way. He's like the great hopium dealer of trading. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on, seeing how that might go over the next few weeks. And then finally, we have this comment from Lion Trader, who says, hey guys, watching, and this is just kind of like something that made me laugh. It was quite funny. He says, hey guys, watching some news clips where someone is talking about possible hacker attacks during the merge. What would that look like? And then Noshua replies with this hacking that's taking place on the Ethereum network right now. And it's like really scary, but yeah, I don't think there's anything to worry about. But some of the comments are just great. Oh shit, the merge is going to get hacked. And Kevster says, yes, into a proof of work chain. And then SN9NV says, I've heard that we can stop the hack by sending our private keys to a Nigerian prince. There's some really funny comments. It was just like a nice discussion. And most of all, it was really nice to see Noshua back in trading and part of the community again, because he was really missed the fact that he wasn't here for a couple of weeks. He stepped away right before the rocket fuel started. So it's really great to have Noshua back. And on that note, I'm going to wrap up today. These videos are getting slightly longer than what I imagined. I wanted them to be around 10 minutes, but they're hitting like 13, 14, 15 minutes. So if you guys feel like the length is too much, maybe I can cut down on some of the content. But if you think it's okay, then let me know and I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. But on that note, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.